Howdy, I'm Mitchell Whittington from the Visit Jefferson YouTube channel, and today we're going to talk about something that I absolutely love, chicken wings. You see, my love for chicken wings started decades ago, more years than I'd really like to count. I enjoy baking them, deep frying them, or even better, roasting them over a fire out on the grill. With a chicken wing, the sauce is the thing though, and over the years I've probably collected more chicken wing recipes than anyone else you'll ever run across. I make my living as a writer and in the publishing world, and as my writing career was taking off some 20-something years ago, I was at a writer's conference and met an editor who wanted me to pitch a book to the publishing house where she worked. It needed to be fictional, lighthearted, and a look at life in a small Texas town. At that time, there was a flirtation in the publishing world with fictional books that had recipes included, so she asked if I had any culinary specialties. I said, well, I love to cook chicken wings. From that, the book Uncle Bubba's Chicken Wing Fling was born. It was about life in the fictional little town of Cut Plug, Texas, and a character named Uncle Bubba who wanted to open a chicken wing restaurant. Now, looking back over the 30 to 40 books that I've done over the years since, that one's probably still one of my favorites that I've ever written. Not only does it have humorous stories about Uncle Bubba's quest to open his restaurant, it features about 50 different delicious wing recipes. Now, don't worry, this video is not a commercial for my Uncle Bubba's Chicken Wing Fling book. After 25 years, the book is out of print. Although you can occasionally find a copy for sale on eBay, which I don't make a single penny on, so I'm really not plugging the book here, but I do have a couple of interesting stories about it. I just have to tell this first one because it means so much to me. I once received the best compliment ever with this book. I was doing a book signing at a Barnes & Noble in Dallas, and a lady was in line at my table. When I got to her, she handed me a copy of the book and said, "My dad was ill. He was dying, and his Sunday school class at church bought him a copy of your book." She went on to say, as he laid there in the hospital bed, he would read it and just laugh and laugh and laugh. He finally got so weak that I had to hold it up for him and turn the pages, but before he died, he finished it. She looked at me and said, "Your book was the last thing in the world that ever made my father laugh, and I just wanted you to sign it for the family." I could have a Stephen King level bestseller, and it wouldn't mean a thing more to me than her story did. That was so very special, and to this day, it gets me kind of misty when I talk about it. As long as we're on the subject of Uncle Bubba, though, I have to tell you one more story that's going to seem absolutely impossible to believe, but I swear to you that it's completely true, and there were a number of people who were there and can verify it. First, let me set the stage. Whenever I do a book signing at a Barnes & Noble, they'd make signs advertising the event and put them throughout the store. These posters had my photo and the book cover on it. At one of the signings, they gave me one of those posters, so I took it home. My wife insisted on framing it and hanging it in the hallway of the Grove. It really kind of embarrassed me, but she was so proud of me. Whatever. Anyway, there was a couple, Nick and Lisa, who moved to Jefferson, and they bought a house in our neighborhood just a few blocks away from us. We met them and really hit it off, so we hosted a dinner party to introduce them to some of our friends. They had moved here from California, so as we were visiting after dinner, I asked Nick, "So what brought you folks to Jefferson?" He explained that he was in a small bookstore in California and picked up a book about life in a small Texas town. He said, "I enjoyed it so much that I decided I wanted to live in a little town in Texas." We discovered Jefferson during a visit to the state and decided to move here. Nick went on to say, the book was about a guy who wanted to open a chicken wing restaurant. Now, that was very weird to me. The more Nick talked, the more it sounded like he was describing my Uncle Bubba book. My head was spinning. What he was saying couldn't be true. I finally said, "Nick, walk down the hallway past the bathroom and look at the poster on the wall." He was a little confused that I'd asked that, but nevertheless followed my request, and he came back. His eyes were as big as silver dollars. He said, "That's the book. You mean you wrote that?" I assured him that I had. Now, if someone told me that story, I'd have to call BS on it. It's ridiculous. Unbelievable. Yet I swear to you, it actually happened. There are a lot of weird things that I've experienced over the course of my life, but that was certainly one of the strangest. But let's get back to chicken wings in Jefferson, though. Just how popular are chicken wings? Well, they serve as both appetizers and entrees in restaurants across the country. Chains like Hooters, Buffalo Wild Wings and Wingstop have built empires on these scrumptious delights. According to the National Chicken Council's 2024 Wing Report, Americans devour approximately 1.45 billion wings just while watching the Super Bowl alone. Hey, that's billion with a B. Now just stop and think about that. 1.45 billion wings is enough for every man, woman, and child in the United States to simultaneously eat 4 wings each. If the winning coach of any given Super Bowl team ate 50 wings every day, it would take him 79,452 years to eat all 1.45 billion wings. 1.45 billion wings is enough to put 693 wings on every seat at all 30 National Football League stadiums. If laid end to end, 1.45 billion wings would stretch 1/3 of the way to the moon. To the moon! Can you believe that? And that's just the wings eaten during the Super Bowl. Imagine how many wings are consumed every day at restaurants, sports bars, and on the backyard grill. There's no denying that chicken wings are extremely popular. So while you're in Jefferson, you should sample some of the wings that we have here in town. We have some delicious ones, I assure you, and I've tried them all. And I've greatly enjoyed them as well. I've featured Auntie Skinner's and other VisitJefferson.com videos, and for good reason. It's a historic building, first constructed in 1866, and now it's a place that serves delicious food. As I've pointed out before, it's been a warehouse, an office building, a drugstore, and a saloon. Today it's a restaurant, and the food there is fantastic. I literally eat there every week of my life, and I rotate around from their chicken fried steak to their catfish plate, and of course, their chicken wings. The wings that they serve are buffalo, garlic parmesan, or barbecue, although there are 3 barbecue flavors: sweet, bourbon, or spicy. You see their buffalo wings here, with a side of their incredible onion rings. I can't recommend them highly enough. You may have noticed that Bulldog Pizza is featured on the Burger Tour of Jefferson video on VisitJefferson.com, and of course on the Jefferson Pizza video too. But they're here on the chicken wing video as well. The fact that they're featured so much on this channel, and also the fact that you'll always find locals dining there, should tell you that this is one of Jefferson's premier eateries. Named after Jefferson's high school football mascot, Bulldog makes gourmet pizzas and an array of pasta dishes that are very popular. They even do a great burger. At Bulldog Pizza, though, you can also choose from several different flavors of chicken wings: buffalo, barbecue, lemon pepper, and garlic parm again. I've found that they're all delicious. In this photograph, you'll see their barbecue wings, along with an order of their fries. Now, the Haywood House was once a luxury hotel built at the end of the Civil War. At that time, it was called the largest and finest hotel building west of the Mississippi. Tragically, in 1871, 3/4 of the Haywood House was destroyed by fire. The part that was saved was a residence for many years, then a museum, then a residence again, and finally a restaurant. It features a wonderful selection of fine dining entrees on the menu and also a number of delicious craft beers. One of those menu items is their colonial wings, which are deep fried and coated in the sauce or dry rub of your choice. Their dry rubs include lemon pepper, Cajun, ranch, or salt and vinegar. There's a long list of sauces that you can order, so please hang in there while I run them down. Are you ready? Here we go. There is classic buffalo, which you've been looking at. These are garlic parmesan, but you can also order Carolina-style barbecue, mango habanero, sweet red chili, Korean barbecue. I mean, this is quite a list, right? Kick-in bourbon molasses, sweet orange chili, classic barbecue. Hang in there with me. Hickory smoked barbecue, Nashville hot, and Cajun fire, which is really spicy. That's a whole lot of choices, and they're all wonderful. The Nightlight Theater is at a brick building at the corner of Walnut and Lafayette Streets that houses any number of diverse businesses over the years. Today, the restaurant has a bar, a dining room with a stage, and an outdoor patio. And if I do say so myself, probably the best selection of craft beer in Jefferson. Their menu features a diverse repertoire of dishes. There's literally something for everybody. Along with great entrees, there are different gourmet burgers, several scrumptious pizzas, and of course, chicken wings. They also have several flavors to choose from, so here's another list for you. Parmesan garlic, ranch, jalapeno ranch, blue cheese, wow, this is a lot, honey mustard, Cajun, or standard buffalo. Their wings are served with the sauce on the side, kind of like a dipping sauce. For a little extra, you can have them tossed in the sauce, which is exactly what I always do when I order them. And that's actually quite often. I love their chicken wings. Well, that's a pretty thorough survey of Jefferson wings. I hope you found something to tempt you on your next visit to town. If you enjoyed the video, which I hope that you did, please click on the thumbs up button below. Doesn't cost a thing, just lets the YouTube overlords know that you enjoyed it, and they kind of pay attention to that kind of thing. It really does help the channel. Also, if you'd like a quick heads up when another video is uploaded, click on the subscribe button. Again, that doesn't cost anything either, doesn't put you on any weird email list or anything like that. You simply get a notification when a new video is posted to the channel. Well, thank you so much for watching the VisitJefferson.com YouTube channel. I hope that you enjoyed this little wing video, and hopefully I'll be seeing you around Jefferson. Maybe even with a chicken wing in your hand. Thanks, guys.